All right, so picture this. You're trying to get something done online, right? And it involves like 3 different companies.
Okay.
You've got like a customer service bot from Salesforce trying to figure out what you need. And then maybe there's a shipping question, so it has to talk to like a logistics AI over at SAP. And then you decide you want to return something. So a Workday AI has to like process the refund.
Right. Makes sense.
It'd be amazing if those systems could actually just like talk to each other, right?
Absolutely.
Work together seamlessly, but right now it's kind of a mess. They're all in their own little silos.
It's like all the apps on your phone that just refuse to play nicely together.
Exactly. It's so frustrating.
Right.
But Google thinks they might have a solution. And it's this thing called the Agent2Agent protocol, or A2A for short.
Okay.
And it's basically like a universal translator for AI agents.
Interesting.
So instead of just making individual AI smarter, this is about getting them to actually team up.
I like
collaborate in ways we haven't really seen before.
Yeah. That's where things get really interesting.
So in this deep dive, we're going to like really unpack this whole A2A thing.
Sounds good.
We'll look at how it works, what it could mean for the future of AI. The whole 9 yards, but we'll do it in a way that makes sense.
Okay.
No crazy technical jargon.
Perfect.
Just clear insights.
I'm ready.
So when we talk about A2A, we're really getting at this fundamental need for different AI systems to be able to connect and work together, right?
It's like, if you think about it, it's not that different from like a sports team, right?
Okay.
You could have the best players in the world, but if they can't communicate, if they don't understand each other's roles, you're not going to win any championships.
Yeah, it's all about teamwork.
Exactly. And it's the same with AI.
Okay.
You can have these incredibly sophisticated individual agents.
Right.
But if they can't interact effectively, their impact is going to be limited.
So it's like having all the pieces, but not knowing how to put the puzzle together.
That's a great way to put it.
And that's where this idea of interoperability comes in.
Right.
It's basically just the ability of different systems to work together as a unit.
Okay.
Like mesh and function smoothly.
Like a well-oiled machine.
Exactly. And the problem is right now, there's no real standard way for AI agents to communicate.
Yeah, that's a huge problem.
So you end up with all these roadblocks, like duplicated effort, information getting lost.
Yeah.
And it makes it really hard to tackle those big, complex problems that span across different areas,
It's like trying to get around a city where none of the transportation systems talk to each other.
Oh, yeah, that's a good analogy.
The subways, the buses, the ride-sharing apps, they're all in their own little worlds.
Right.
You can still get where you need to go.
Yeah.
But it's way more complicated than it needs to be.
It's like the AI equivalent of taking the scenic route when you just need to get somewhere fast.
Exactly.
Okay, so to maybe understand this better, let's shift gears for a second and think about it like a superhero team.
Right. I'm intrigued.
Let's say the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay, like them.
You've got Star-Lord Gamora, Drax, Rocket, Groot.
Yeah.
They all have these totally different skills.
Right.
Different ways of communicating even.
Some barely communicate at all.
Exactly. But they somehow manage to work together, right?
Yeah, well, more or less.
To get the job done.
Right. They figure out how to coordinate.
So A2A is kind of like trying to do that for AI.
Oh, I see.
Create a more structured and efficient way for these AI superheroes to understand each other and work together on those tough missions in the digital world.
So it's like giving them a shared playbook so they could actually function as a team.
Yeah, exactly. And the cool thing is that Google isn't trying to keep A2A to themselves.
That's good.
They've designed it as an open protocol. So anyone can use it. Anyone can contribute.
That's smart.
And they've already got like over 50 partners on board.
Wow.
Big names too, like Atlassian, Salesforce, SAP, Deloitte.
Impressive.
They're all saying, yeah, this makes sense. We need this.
Yeah, it seems like it could be a real game changer.
The goal is to let AI agents talk to each other and work together.
Right.
No matter who built them or what kind of technology they're using.
That's huge.
It's like a universal language for the AI world.
And it's not just happening in isolation.
Right.
There are other efforts out there trying to improve AI capabilities, like Anthropic's Model Context Protocol, or MCP.
Okay, I've heard of that.
That one focuses on giving individual AI models the context they need to do their jobs well.
Okay.
So if we think about our superhero team again, MCP is like making sure each team member understands the mission.
Okay.
While A2A is about setting up the communication channels and strategies.
Got it.
So they can coordinate their actions and really work as a team.
So they're kind of tackling different parts of the same problem.
Exactly. They complement each other.
And the way they've designed A2A seems pretty smart.
Okay, how so?
They've got these 5 core design principles.
All right, let's hear them.
The first one is all about embracing what each agent is already good at.
Oh, interesting.
So even if 2 agents are totally different inside, different memories, different tools, A2A doesn't try to force them into the same mold.
Okay.
It lets them collaborate in ways that are natural to them.
That makes a lot of sense.
It's like recognizing that diversity is a strength.
Yeah.
And you don't want to stifle that.
It's like letting Rocket handle the tech his way and Groot communicate.
Yeah, Groot's way.
However Groot communicates.
As long as they can both contribute to the mission.
Exactly.
The second principle is about building on things that already exist.
Okay.
Like HTTP, which is like the backbone of the internet.
Right.
And JSON, which is a common way to format data.
Yeah, I've used JSON.
This is a good move because it means A2A can fit in with the systems businesses are already using. It's like using familiar tools instead of making everyone learn something completely new.
It's like our superhero team already speaking a basic level of a common language.
Yeah.
Makes it easier to coordinate.
So less of a learning curve.
Exactly.
All right, principle number 3 is security.
Oh, that's super important.
Especially in the business world where you've got all these different systems sharing data.
Absolutely.
Security can't be an afterthought.
Right, it has to be baked in from the beginning.
Exactly. And with A2A, they've built strong security measures in from the ground up.
Yep.
Trying to make it as trustworthy as those really secure protocols we already use.
Makes sense, especially when you're talking about AI agents potentially exchanging sensitive information.
Yeah, you don't want any data leaks or breaches.
Definitely not.
Okay, principle number 4 is about handling those longer tasks.
Oh, so not just quick little exchanges.
Right. A2A is designed to manage those complex workflows. That could take hours, days, maybe even weeks to finish.
Yeah, a lot of real-world problems aren't solved in an instant.
Exactly, and A2A can give users updates along the way.
So you're not just left wondering what's happening.
Right, it's like having a progress bar for a really complicated project.
So this could be useful for things like supply chain negotiations or research projects.
Yeah, anything that involves multiple steps and lots of back and forth.
Where different AI agents need to work together over a longer period of time.
Exactly. And the last principle is that A2A is modality agnostic.
Modality agnostic? What does that even mean?
It means it's not limited to just text.
Okay.
It can work with audio, video, all kinds of formats.
That's cool.
So it's like future-proofing the protocol.
Right.
Because as AI gets more advanced, we'll probably have all sorts of new ways for agents to communicate.
Yeah. Who knows what the future holds?
A2A is ready for whatever comes next.
So it's like having a universal adapter that can plug into anything.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So we've got a pretty good handle on what A2A is and the thinking behind it.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about it so far.
But now let's actually dive into how this collaboration works in practice.
Okay, let's get into the nuts and bolts.
So at the heart of it, you've got 2 main players.
All right.
The client agent and the remote agent.
Okay.
The client agent is the one that's like, hey, I need help with this task.
Yeah.
And the remote agent is the one that steps in to actually do the work.
Makes sense. It's like a division of labor.
Yeah, and I think having this clear structure for how the agents interact really helps to keep things organized.
Right. It's like having a project manager, the client agent, assigning specific tasks to a specialist, the remote agent.
Exactly. But how does the client agent know which remote agent is the right one for the job?
Good question.
Well, that's where agent cards come in.
Agent cards?
They're basically like digital resumes for AI agents.
Oh, wait.
Written in that JSON format we talked about earlier. So an agent can basically advertise its skills and what it's good at.
So the client agent can shop around.
Yeah. Browse these cards and be like, okay, this agent is perfect for this task.
That's smart.
Yeah.
It prevents agents from wasting time.
Yeah.
Trying to work with others that don't have the right skills.
It's like having a roster for our superhero team that lists everyone's powers and abilities.
So Nick Fury knows who to call for each mission.
Exactly. Once the client agent finds the right remote agent, they can start working on a task.
Okay.
And the A2A protocol lays out like what a task looks like, how it progresses.
So there's a clear structure.
Yeah, it could be a quick one-off thing or a more involved multi-step process.
Right.
And when the task is done, the result is called an artifact.
An artifact?
Yeah, it's like the final product of their collaboration.
So having this formal definition of a task and how it works provides a framework for managing these collaborations.
Makes it easier to keep track of everything.
Right, to see what stage the project is at.
Exactly. And of course, for all of this to happen,
the
agents need to be able to talk to each other.
Right. How do they do that?
They send messages back and forth.
Okay.
And these messages can contain all kinds of information.
Like what?
Details about the task questions and answers the artifacts they create, even instructions from the user.
So it's a constant conversation.
Yeah, it's how they keep each other updated, clarify things, make sure they're on the same page.
It's like the glue that holds the whole collaboration together.
Exactly. And there's even this thing called user experience negotiation.
User experience negotiation. It sounds interesting.
Yeah, so the client agent and the remote agent can actually talk to each other and decide the best way to present the results to the user.
Oh, that's cool.
Like, should it be text and image, a video, whatever makes the most sense for that particular user.
So they're taking into account the user's device and what would be most helpful.
Exactly. It's all about making sure the end product is actually useful.
Right. It's not just about the agents doing their thing in isolation.
Yeah. It's got to be something the user can understand and use.
That's a really user-centered approach.
Okay, so let's get concrete here.
Okay, I like concrete examples.
Let's take that example they gave about hiring a software engineer.
Right.
So imagine a hiring manager is using their AI assistant. And they tell it, hey, find me some good candidates.
Okay.
That assistant could then use A2A to connect with all these other specialized AI agents.
Oh, I see.
Maybe one that's really good at searching LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Another one that's great at analyzing GitHub profiles.
Okay.
And even one that can do like an initial technical screening.
Wow. So the hiring manager gets a short list of qualified candidates.
Yeah, without having to do all the legwork themselves.
That would save so much time and effort.
Exactly. And it's all thanks to A2A.
Okay, now I'm really starting to see the potential here.
And if we go back to our movie analogy for a second.
All right, let's bring back the superheroes.
Imagine Nick Fury needs to recruit a new Avenger. So his intelligence network is like his agent, right?
Right, his AI assistant in a way.
Exactly. And it needs to talk to the agents representing all the potential recruits.
Okay.
Like Captain Marvel, Doctor Strange, Spider-Man. And it needs to understand their capabilities.
Right. What they're good at.
Yeah, like Captain Marvel's got cosmic powers. Doctor Strange is a master of the mystic arts. Spider-Man can swing through the city.
So A2A could help Fury's network find the right heroes for the job.
Exactly. Understand their strengths, coordinate their deployment,
make sure the mission is a success.
And do it all way more efficiently than just making phone calls.
That's a perfect example.
And the thing is, this isn't just about making individual tasks easier.
Right.
It's about creating a world where all these different AI systems can work together seamlessly.
Yeah, the big picture.
Imagine what kinds of amazing applications we could build if we could just connect all these specialized agents.
Like what kind of applications?
Well, we could have AI optimizing global supply chains or accelerating medical research by combining data from all over the place.
Okay.
Or even creating personalized learning experiences.
That would be incredible.
And that's just scratching the surface.
The possibilities are endless.
Now, of course, it's not all sunshine and roses.
Right. There are always challenges.
We got to be realistic about the potential hurdles.
Yeah. What are some of the things that could get in the way?
Well, one big one is adoption.
Okay. So getting people to actually use A2A.
Yeah, it's a great idea, but it won't work if people don't embrace it.
It can't just be a niche thing.
Right. It needs to become the standard.
So how do we get there?
Well, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Yeah, it's one thing to have a good idea.
Yeah.
It's another to actually get it implemented.
And then there's the security issue.
Right, with all this data flying around.
We need to make sure that A2A doesn't create any new vulnerabilities.
We don't want to make it easier for hackers or anything.
Exactly. Security has to be a top priority.
Agreed.
But even with those challenges, I really think A2A has the potential to be something huge.
I think so too.
It feels like more than just a new feature.
Right.
It's like a fundamental building block for the next generation of AI.
It's like laying the foundation for a whole new era.
Like if we think about historical parallels, it's like those standardized shipping containers.
Oh, yeah.
They weren't flashy or anything.
But they revolutionized global trade.
Exactly, because they created this common framework that made it so much easier to move goods around the world.
A2A could be that kind of foundational technology for AI.
Yeah, enabling seamless collaboration between all these different agents.
I'm convinced. Okay, so given everything we've talked about, I'm going to go out on a limb here and make a prediction.
Okay, I'm listening.
I think within the next 3 years, by mid-2028, we're going to see a major shift in the enterprise AI landscape.
Okay.
Most new AI deployments, especially those that are trying to solve those complex cross-functional problems,
they're going to use protocols like A2A.
Makes sense.
To enable collaboration between different AI agents.
Regardless of who made them?
Exactly. And this is going to lead to a huge increase in automation.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll probably see all these new AI-driven services and business models popping up.
That we can't even imagine yet.
That's the exciting part. We don't know what the future holds.
But it's going to be interesting, that's for sure.
So what do you think is my prediction too crazy?
No, I think it's totally plausible.
Okay, good.
Given the momentum we're seeing and the support from these major players.
Yeah.
Plus the fact that businesses are really starting to see the value of interoperability. I think protocols like A2A are going to become the norm.
So, to wrap things up for everyone listening,
yeah,
A2A is all about making AI agents work together.
Like a well-coordinated team.
Exactly, and this could be a real game changer for businesses.
Yeah.
Increased efficiency, lower costs, more powerful AI solutions.
It's a win-win.
And ultimately, this is going to affect all of us. Smoother customer service, better logistics, more intelligent systems all around.
I can't wait.
But here's a question for you to think about.
Okay, hit me.
As AI agents get more and more interconnected and independent through things like A2A, what's going to happen to us humans?
That's the big question, isn't it?
What will our role be?
Will we be the conductors of this AI orchestra? Or will our roles change in ways we can't even predict?
It's definitely something to ponder.
We're entering uncharted territory.
So we encourage you to check out the links we've provided.
Yeah.
Dive deeper into this whole A2A thing.
Do your own research.
And who knows, maybe you'll come up with the next big breakthrough.
It's an exciting time to be following AI.
It really is.
And we're just getting started.
All right, that's it for this deep dive. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, everyone.